What's up, hoodies? How are you guys doing today? Welcome back to the Hood Table. One more again, it's your girl Tanya with the Hood Table coming at you with another story, which happens to be from the trending news. Now, make sure you come on in, like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, of course, if you're new here, and shout out to all our subscribers who continually support the Hood Table and to all the new people who have recently subscribed to the Hood Table. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, IG, and Twitter, and also TikTok. Thank you so much. Now, again, we're going to be discussing something that has been trending in the news since last week. It's a case where a wife comes home early in the morning to find her husband with another woman. Now, the wife comes home early in the morning, finds this lady in her house, and shoots her. And the lady dies. A young woman, she dies. And so the lady, the wife, was charged with involuntary manslaughter. Now, a lot of people think that she should have been charged with murder. So we're going to discuss this story. And I am going to play this video for you guys first. Show you guys a little footage of what's been going on.
Police on the scene of a homicide on Porter Street in Northwest Charlotte. This is between Rossell's Ferry Road and Freedom Drive.
Now, this started as a home invasion investigation. According to police, a woman called 911 saying she shot and killed a woman she found in her house. WBTV's Mary Calkins is now joining us live where this happened. Mary, police say there is no danger to the public.
That's right, Naya. Major Jonathan Thomas of CMPD says at this point in the investigation, this does appear to have been a domestic situation. Now, neither the name of the victim or the person of interest have been released yet. Investigators say they do not believe the two women knew one another. It was the alleged shooter's husband is the only witness in this case. And I do want to get to some video my photographer Alex took early this morning when we first arrived. That was here on Porter Street, and police were investigating early this morning. That 911 call came in just before 5:30 a.m. Now, the person of interest and her husband were taken to police headquarters to be interviewed. A next-door neighbor told me gun violence has become a big issue in this area over the past few years. That neighbor, Jeanette Jones, says her own home has been shot up twice now since she's moved here.
Now, everybody's shooting. We got drive-by shootings. You hear it all the time. And you hear it back here in that warehouse back there. They be back there shooting, racing cars in the parking lot.
Now, no charges have been filed, but CMPD tells me if any charges are filed, that will come from the district attorney's office. As for the investigation, that is still ongoing. For now, reporting live in Charlotte, Mary Calkins, WBTV.
So again, just to confirm what happened, what we are watching, or what you just watched on that news story. A woman was shot and killed early Tuesday. This happened to be last week, by the way, and what police describe as a domestic situation. That's what they described it at first. But more information and more details have came out since then from the family of the 25-year-old young lady, Tyra, who was killed by the wife, Stephanie Alexander, who was 51. Now, she supposedly had came home, found an intruder inside her home, and shot her and killed her. But allegedly, the husband knew the young lady, Tyra Crosby, per her mother. And her mother says that she believed her daughter met the older man who was old enough to be her grandpa at a club. And then the wife happens to come home and finds the two of them together in her and her husband's house. Now, what it looks like to me is that it could have been some type of mistress thing going on, some type of affair going on, some type of sugar daddy going on. I'm not sure. Me personally, I would never, ever get upset enough over a side piece or a mistress to want to harm them in that type of way. Now, after this young lady passed, a few days later, there was a memorial service. And the memorial service, let me show you guys this picture of this beautiful young lady who lost her life. That is the young lady on the left who lost her life, Tyra Crosby. On the right, of course, is the wife, Stephanie Anderson, who they said initially thought it was an intruder in her house. Now, y'all tell me what it looks like to you guys. To me, it seems very clear what happened here. You know what I mean? I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize what might have happened here. But this is still an ongoing story. But the community gathered, to honor the life of the 25-year-old woman, down there in Charlotte. And this was just the other day. They wanted to, pay their respects to the loved one and they was lost, a loved one that was lost. So the community came together along with the family members and friends and loved ones. They had a vigil that was Sunday evening to honor the life of Tyra Crosby, again, 25-year-old, who was at the house of a man who they said was old enough to be her grandpa. Now, a lot of people is calling for that man's photo to be put out there. I don't think it should be hard to find who this guy is, for the people who lives in the area. But some people are saying, they need to show the picture of the man too, because it sounds like, again, some side chick behavior. You know what I mean? Some sugar daddy behavior. And no disrespect to the young lady who passed away, but they said the man was old enough to be her grandpa, and the girl was over there around 5 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, so the memorial service was held to honor 25-year-old Tyra, who was allegedly murdered. Well, we know now that she was, by 51-year-old Stephanie Alexander. Did I say Anderson earlier? I'm sorry. Stephanie Alexander on July 18th. So again, this was last week when this happened. And I, as a parent, I can't imagine how her mother feels, because they claim that this could have been a crime of passion, and that's why the wife was charged with involuntary manslaughter instead of first-degree murder. But the mother, the family of Tyra, they want the charges to be upped because they believe it was first-degree murder. And again, what it looks like to me is very clear what happened. Now, when we say involuntary manslaughter, it's a little different than voluntary manslaughter. So when we say involuntary manslaughter, they basically is basically saying is defined as an unintentional killing that results either from recklessness or criminal negligence or from the commission of a low-level criminal act such as a misdemeanor. Involuntary manslaughter is distinguished from any other form of homicide because it does not require deliberation or premeditation or even intent. Since these mental states are not required, involuntary manslaughter is the lowest category of homicide. And again, sometimes this is explained as crime of passion as well. Some people are saying the lady came home, she was upset, she was shocked, she was bewildered, found her man with another woman, a young, beautiful 25-year-old, with a man old enough to be her sugar daddy or grandpa, and she just went crazy. And killed her. But there has been recent information. Like I said, this is a developing story. So now we're going to look at this clip. The mother has come forward and she says that it's much more serious than that. This wasn't just some crime of passion, some involuntary manslaughter. Again, they want the charges to be upped. So let's take a look at this next news story.
She's saying, no, you're going to kill me. You're going to kill me.
A Charlotte mother says her cell phone captured her daughter's final moments. 25-year-old Tyra Crosby was killed early Tuesday morning at a home in Northwest Charlotte. CMPD charged Stephanie Alexander with voluntary manslaughter in this case. She bonded out of jail just hours later. WCCB Charlotte's Trish Williford is live in Uptown. And Trish, the victim's family wants the suspect to be charged with murder, right?
Yeah, Morgan, they also want her back behind bars tonight. The victim's mother walks us through what she believes led to her daughter's death.
I am missing her. She was my sunshine.
Tanya Hoskins reflects on the last day she saw her daughter alive.
We ate and laughed. Who would have knew that would have been my last time ever seeing my daughter?
That was Monday night as the family celebrated Hoskins' birthday. At the end of the night, she kissed her beloved Tyra goodbye. Hours later, Hoskins says she learned from CMPD detectives that her daughter had been killed. And she says the details of this case are so bizarre, she couldn't believe it happened. Around 5:20 Tuesday morning, detectives rushed to this home on Porter Street after police say this woman, 51-year-old Stephanie Alexander, called 911 to report that she had just arrived home and shot a woman inside her house. Police say that woman, 25-year-old Tyra Crosby, was dead, and Alexander was still on the scene. Police arrested her for voluntary manslaughter. She bonded out just over 6 hours later.
She murdered my daughter at 5, and she was out at 8.
Hoskins says she's still piecing together from detectives why her daughter was at the home. She believes she was visiting a man.
She was invited to that home. I know my daughter wouldn't have went there knowing that it was a married couple or that it was a wife's home. So she was lured there by the man that was old enough to be her father.
Hoskins believes her daughter met the man at a club.
Maybe perhaps at the club or perhaps at the sweepstakes place. As the investigators stated to me, that's where they found out that they came across paths.
Hoskins says Tyra called her as she was being attacked at the home. She says a voicemail message captured her daughter's final moments.
It's about an 8-minute long message of her being beat, tortured. You can also hear them telling her that they're going to kill her.
Hoskins would not allow us to hear that recording, but says she sent it to investigators. Alexander was given a $250,000 bond. Daniel Redford with Charmec FOP believes that's too low.
This is an open door policy that we have in Mecklenburg County. So it sends the message to criminals that, hey, I can go out here and I can do something and I'm going to go to jail and, maybe be able to take a shower and get a sandwich. I'm going to be right back out on the street again because, nothing's going to happen to me.
Tyra's family believes the suspect should be charged with murder.
I want to see a tougher law on it. It means that human life has no value anymore.
Alexander will be back in court next month. The family plans to be there. A candlelight vigil for Crosby will be held Sunday at 7:30 at Camp Green Park.
That is just horrible. That is so horrible, you guys. Like, imagine somebody killing your child. And they are charged with involuntary manslaughter when you believe it's murder. And not only that, but the bond wasn't even that high, and they were out literally hours later. So this lady is walking around, the man is walking around. I don't know if they released footage, or not footage, but a photo of the husband yet. But again, I'm sure there's plenty of people down there who knows who that wife is and knows who that husband is. So I'm going to do some more searching. Shoot, I might be able to find him on Facebook to see what this man looks like. That's for sure, because I really would like to know. Now, the mother says he's old enough to be her father. I don't know the age, but if the wife is 51, hell, he probably is old enough to be her father or grandfather. But right now, that's neither here nor there. We need to find out. They need to find out what really happened. And from what the mother is saying with the audio. Now, I don't know if the police is ever going to play that audio, but from what the mother was saying, that her daughter didn't just get shot. She was beaten and tortured. She said you could hear them telling her that they were going to kill her because the daughter called her mother, and then it went into voicemail. And on the voicemail message, which was 8 minutes long, the mother said, I could hear them telling my daughter they're going to kill her. She said them. So does that mean the man was in on it too? Did the man act like it was an intruder when his wife come home? You know, a woman comes home, busts her man with some other woman. Who knows? He could have been like, oh my God, who are you? Where'd you come from? That could have happened. Or it could have been a crime of passion where the lady just got so enraged, she saw red, she shot the girl when she realized what was really going on in her house. I don't know, but I'm with the mom. I think it should be first degree murder. I really do, but you know, I'm not no lawyer. I don't have no criminal law degree or anything like that. So, but that's just my opinion. I'm just doing commentary on the story. It is very tragic and very sad what happened to this young lady, but people are pleading, calling for justice. They are demanding justice for this 25-year-old lady. And one thing that I noticed in the blogs, some people are really heartless. Like, some people, I mean, I get where some people are saying as far as maybe the girl shouldn't have been there, but how does she know if he was married or not? You know, how do we know? I mean, like for instance, I saw a comment on somebody's blog, and somebody said, when did we start feeling bad for a side piece? Are you kidding me? Even if she was a willing side piece to a married man who knew he had a wife who also lived there, does that mean she deserved to die? My heart goes out for the family. Like, seriously, my heart goes out for the family. But one thing I can't agree with as well, somebody had put on the blogs saying this is exactly why I don't go to no man's house, whether they invite me in or not. I learned a long time ago, no good men are married and single. And condolences to this young woman, and I agree. I do not just willingly go over no man's house. Usually when I meet a guy, after some time has gone past of dating, then I might invite him to my house. But from what this sounds like, this young lady might have just recently met this man. From her mother, what her mother is saying, met this man at a club. So I don't know if it's the first time she ever been over there. And if that's the case, he could have, I don't want to say lured like the mother, like some type of, evil thing, like, oh, I'm luring her here so I can do something, like, you know what I mean? But just literally gave her the address, told her, come over, let's kick it, let's chill. You know, that's what I mean, like that, without telling her that, you know, my wife would be home around 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay? But anyway, I'm glad that the mother was able to capture her daughter's final moments, because that information on that phone, on that voicemail, could determine the outcome of this, what is going to be most likely a trial. So again, the community is pleading for justice for Tyra Crosby. That's the name of the young lady who was killed by the hands of Stephanie Alexander. 51-year-old Stephanie Alexander shot and killed 25-year-old Tyra Crosby. And they claiming it was involuntary manslaughter. So this is a story that we're going to have to keep up with. I definitely want to find out what the outcome is going to be for this story. It's a tragic story, but a lot of these crimes that we see, these true crime stories, a lot of these have a message in them. A message in them. Now, I told y'all my message. I just don't, I don't just be all willy-nilly going over nobody's house, because you don't never know what's waiting for you there, okay? We talking a 25-year-old girl and a much older gentleman, okay? I ain't even going to call him a gentleman, a man. Because what was this young girl doing over there? I know they wasn't doing no Bible study. You know what I'm saying? So what else could have been going on? And again, I am not trying to slight the situation. It is not a laughing matter. But we have to be honest and we have to think clearly in these type of situations. And I do hope that the family and friends of this young lady, 25-year-old Tyra Crosby, I do hope that they receive justice. And again, somebody post a picture of that husband. We want to see what he looking like, what he giving to be pulling some 25-year-old young woman. And on that note, you guys, make sure, again, you like and share the video. Make sure you subscribe to the Hood Table one more again. If you are new here, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Please, and thank you very kindly. All my Native Omahans, again, welcome back to Omaha for all the people who are visiting home for Native Omaha Days Festival Celebration Week. I will be seeing y'all soon. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. Bye.